Kemba Walker, step back, Walker, cardiac Kemba, does it again!
Ubilis, 7 seconds to go, three-pointer.
Oh! Hutchins! Double order!
Again, comes down to fundamentals.
Oh! My goodness! Sorrentine hit that one from the parking lot.
Watford for the win!
Yes! Yes!
Trip to the Sweet 16. Caney's got it. Rises up. The shot.
And it's good! It's good! From the corner! And it's over! Gonzaga! The flipper still fits! Ha ha! College basketball!
What's going on, guys?
Yo, what up, what up?
Not much.
How we doing?
2-2. Texas Tech and Colorado yet?
6-5 right now, so the last two will depend on how I end up on the day. Had some interesting beats to say the least on a couple of those games that I took some L's on, but hey, that's gambling for you.
Yesterday, the story of my day was just brutal beats. That Ohio State game, Kalkbrenner got 1 rebound in the last 10 minutes, which I don't understand how. As a 7-footer, you get 1 fucking rebound in 10 minutes. And then, what was it? Oh, yeah, Northern Iowa. Brutal.
Yeah, Northern Iowa's brutal.
Yeah,
Saturday 42-29. Yesterday 4-5. Right now we're sitting at 8-5. So we will have a green day regardless. But hope both of your bets lose because I'm on Houston and Kansas. So
I'm on Houston I'm on Texas Tech and Kansas. So
Kansas is still sitting at 7. Like that line has not moved.
I did forget that we forgot to talk about we didn't talk about the mega slate. So I went 32, 25, and 1. Good day. I jinxed myself. After sweeping the 3 p.m. slate, I had a couple of drinks, so I put it out that I went 8-0 on that 3 p.m. slate, and then I think I finished like 2-8 because I touted myself. So I'll learn. Next time I'm just going to keep letting it ride, and then hopefully the hot streak doesn't cool off. But it's still a winning day. Yesterday, it was a day I'd flown in on Friday night, had a couple things to take care of on Saturday, went to a fundraiser for a buddy. So Sunday I didn't even bet anything. I just got a bunch of laundry done, got a bunch of stuff done that much needed after being gone for 2.5 weeks on the road. So nothing for me yesterday.
yeah, no, I'm got mine in early yesterday, I was happy about it. I started off super hot, then ended 4-5. So kind of same thing tonight. 4-0, went down to 7-5, but Houston Christian got it done 8-5. Now we just got, like I said, Houston and Kansas. It'll be a great day. I mean, shit, we're almost at 60 units thanks to this 2025. Other than that, I've been winning and losing for the first 2 months of the season. So this 2025 has been generational. Need it. This Houston Texas Tech game is fantastic, though. Regardless of this game's great.
Yeah, I was really hoping that somebody would get out to like a 8-point lead. I know Houston almost got it there, but I was hoping either one would have got out to like an 8-point lead, and I could have got or like a 10-point lead, and I could have got somebody at like 9.5 or 10, or like 8.5 or 10, because I would have fired on either side, just because I know this game's going to come right down to the wire.
Yeah. I mean, at one point, Houston win would work for me, but the odds of that are pretty slim.
Well, let's root for it.
I like to see the Houston lose again. Everybody's so confident that Houston wouldn't lose back-to-back or lose twice in the same year. I'm not saying you. I just mean all I saw on Twitter all day was no chance they lose. No chance they lose.
Oh, I saw the opposite. I saw everybody
Really?
on Tech. Oh, yeah. I think it's perception's reality. I think that's all hearsay noise. But that's why I don't like I don't like looking at all that noise. I think it's all noise. Just gets in your way.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you just bet solely based on what you see on Twitter, that's fucked because that's like a 1%, if that, of anybody who's betting this game.
Yeah, but even like when you're taking a side and then you Benedict yourself, essentially, like it's I don't know, it defeats the purpose. I think just based on what other people are doing. But it does suck when you're on a bet and see like everybody on it. But I think it, for the most part, you got to trust the splits versus like, fucking some capper. But yeah, I'm looking at my plays now. A lot of them were straight, like just like solid, and then Nichols blew a cover. New Orleans, I need to
talk about that. I need to talk about that New Orleans game.
Yeah, like no, I mean, I was on this sports gambling podcast. And I didn't have that in there, but I was like, I'm gonna bet this. I think New Orleans. I was like, I think they get it done at home, and they were up the entire second half. What happened, Elliot?
Oh yeah, so I'm just sitting I went to Longhorn Steakhouse tonight. Enjoyed myself a little steak from some winnings from Saturday. So I was there, was pulling up, and I was like, okay, we're good. It's like 61. Let me get this. Yeah, 61-51. Or no, sorry. 71-61. And I'm like, oh, 3 minutes left. Be fine. Go inside, order, look down, 71-65. I'm like, okay, whatever. Ends up being, I think, 71-70. I check it. I'm like, oh, God, okay. So I turn it on. And freaking New Orleans is inbounding the ball at half court. Dude steals it. Fast break dunk. The New Orleans cannot. I mean, I don't think they scored in like the last 4 minutes, 5 minutes from had a field goal. So it was brutal. I mean, you're up 10. You even had the 1.5. So that was even worse because then they fouled after they missed the layup, hit both free throws. So it was, or hit one free throw. So it was 73-71. I was on the money line. So, I mean, either way you put it, you're up 10 with 3 minutes left. That's terrible.
Horrible. That's why we bet this sport because, you think you're down and out like Mr. Stooley over there tweeting. UNC Wilmington, they are dead. They are dead. When I saw that, I knew they were going to win.
There's a method to my madness.
Yeah, but that's bad juju. But it worked out. So that was one where I felt like it was the right side the entire time, but then it slipped away for about 10 minutes or so, and then Wilmington just brought it back. It was fantastic.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, that second half. After it's tied at half, I was like, man, how many 7-8 point leads did UNC Wilmington blow? I was like, oh, this doesn't feel good. And then immediately down 10 in the second half. I was like, yep, knew it was going to come. Had their chance, didn't do it. Shout out Wilmington. Fucking Seahawks, get it done. Never a doubt, man. I was never worried.
Yeah. Yep. Just a lot of good bets. So it was a good. Looks like it's gonna be a good day for the boys.
Hopefully.
Let's just say, give me Houston, and then you can win Colorado. How about that?
If I had to pick one, that would be fine because when I did Kyle's show last night, I like Colorado tonight. The comments, oh my God. Everybody and their brother hates it. They hate it. They hate it. They hate it. I was like, oh my God, if Colorado wins tomorrow, that would be fucking.
Reminds me of the Kansas game in the Pump Fake Pod on Saturday. I think some people owe me an apology. I got a picture of it. They were like, Kansas is dead. Kansas will not cover. Kansas will not cover. Oklahoma State. Easiest bet on the board Saturday almost.
They got it done.
Yeah. It's all right. Let's win tonight, chat. Let's win for tomorrow's slate because it's not the best Tuesday slate, but it's still a good one. And how many of these do we have left? Not too many.
One more mega Saturday. Oh my God, Texas Tech. They haven't scored in 9 minutes. This is a 6-point game. Holy fuck. Just drive and get a foul.
The following Saturday is still mega. It's got conference tournaments, though. It's not just every game plastered, but
fair.
the following Saturday is still mega.
I don't think there'll be 150-some games like there has been, but
yeah, but there'll still be a good amount of games, a select amount of games, kind of like early December. Be good.
True. Well, we might as well hop into it.
Let's get into it.
First one, Bowling Green at Eastern Michigan. And Bowling Green just get a big win. Yeah, they beat Toledo on the road. No, it's a back-to-back road spot. Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan won 3 straight, 4 of the last 5. Their one loss was Ball State on the road.
Tough place to play. Maybe the toughest. I don't even know if Houston can go into Ball State and survive.
Shut the fuck up.
The Worthen Arena is legit. Legit. Yeah. Oh, man. We don't have to bet this game because it's not quite a standalone, but fuck. Laying 3.5 points at Eastern Michigan?
Weren't they just laying like 5 points before?
They won 3 in a row. They won 4 out of their last 5.
Yeah, their feds are on them. They're figuring it out. Oh my God, nice defense, just wide open layup. They just laid 5, won by 3. Well, 2 of the last 3 they've laid points they've covered.
God, I love that the fat dude on Bowling Green. He's fantastic. What's his name?
Marcus Johnson.
Oh my God. How can you not root for him?
Hell yeah. He's a dog. Point forward.
How can you not root for him? I don't know, though. I just feel like maybe a thing that Eastern Michigan does win this game, but I don't want to lay points with this. I really don't want to bet this game.
I mean, both teams are playing pretty good ball.
Yeah, I mean, Bowling Green's even picked it up a little bit, too.
Yeah,
What?
I mean, they've won 4 of their last 6, and EMU's won 4 of their last 5.
I think I kind of want to fade Toledo or Bowling Green off their Toledo win. On the road, back-to-back road games now. 3rd road game in their last 4.
That's what I was looking at. I'll take Eastern Michigan. I'm probably not betting the 3.5. I feel like this is a 3-4 point game.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to bet it. I'll write that. I'm going to put in Eastern Michigan plus the 3.5 or minus the 3.5, but
Yeah.
Same here.
I'll put it down. I'm probably not betting this.
Well, Helms is on Bowling Green. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, he's big on it. Everyone else is Texas Tech, Cougar money line. Oh, Juice is trying to middle here. You're not in the worst spot for that. There, Juice.
Yeah, not at all.
Hopefully your Cougs doesn't come through.
We'll
or at least just a one.
No. We'll definitely take the Cougs money line. Thank you.
Next, Florida's at Georgia. 6.5. When's the last time they didn't lay this big? Almost a double-digit number. Auburn.
Been a minute.
Minus the Auburn game. Mississippi State, they caught 2.5. Tennessee on the road, they were catching 3. Yeah, other than that, you got to go all the way back to Kentucky, January 4th, where they caught points. I still, I don't know. I think I'm still going to go with Florida. Trying to get sharp and fade Florida has not worked out this year at all.
Alex Condon maybe out. Is that maybe why? I know he's officially questionable. didn't play at LSU. I don't know if that's why this line's a little lower.
Potentially, but I know Georgia plays feisty at home. They caught Auburn catching the same amount of points. They kept it close with Auburn, almost beat them, but
Yeah, they were getting their beat
Florida's
off.
almost a better team.
They came back. Georgia was struggling that game.
Yeah.
They did come back and cover.
Yeah, late the last 4 minutes they came back. Florida is also 20-7 ATS this year.
What's their record?
24-3. 24-3. I think I'm just gonna lay it with Florida. It's gonna be very square. But I mean, how do you not? I get it. Like Florida, LSU, and South Carolina all at home are feisty, but I mean, shit.
Yeah, crazy. I felt better about Georgia immediately against Auburn, but again, that was January 18th, and they were 14-3 at the time.
Yeah.
Now they've won 2 out of what?
How does this line make any sense? Like, how can you even make it make sense?
I mean, they were catching the same number against Auburn. It was a different team, different time of the year, but home team.
Florida's got A&M on deck.
Florida,
I mean, Florida hasn't covered this number since they lost outright against Tennessee.
They haven't covered this?
No, they have. They have covered this number.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they beat Georgia by 30. The first time.
They may be trying to catch us, like being fake sharp here and trying to take. Yeah, Texas Tech's fucking dead. Jesus Christ, guys. Unreal. I mean, I don't know. I'll go down with the ship, I think, with Florida. They're just
too ahead of me?
No, it's 54-47, 6:10 left.
Oh, never mind.
It's even worse now.
Yeah, probably big 3 here, probably from somebody. And 1, something. Yep, nice. Fucking Texas Tech. 10 minutes without a fucking field goal, you bums. Good God. At home. Patrick Mahomes there, and you guys fucking just piss all over yourself.
He didn't really win at Texas Tech much either.
Who gives a fuck? He's still in the building. Jesus Christ, what a shitty performance.
Yeah.
What, do they have 9 points this half?
Hey, you're better than that, bro.
I wrote down Florida minus the 6.5. But man, I don't know. This line is weird.
I'll go down with the ship.
Yeah, I'll take Florida as well. I'm not gonna bet against them.
True.
That's my thought process. Stooley kind of mentioned that too. I mean, do I want to take the Georgia team total? Sure, but I don't know. I'm gonna stay away from the total. Just take Florida. Hope for the best. I just feel weird about this one though.
Yeah,
I'll take Florida though.
Yeah, I'll go down with the ship. Northwestern's at Minnesota's laying points again.
Yes.
You gonna fade them again?
Ass.
Do Northwestern fights?
They're
Hey,
ass.
here's my classic spot. Fuck Peacock.
This game's on Peacock.
Yep. I ain't watching it. That means I ain't betting it.
Out of your mind. We gotta talk about my Hoosiers though. What the fuck? Are they gonna get in the tournament?
God, I hope not.
They're gonna be at NC State. Gonna get in the tournament.
If them and Ball State's gonna win the MAC conference tournament. It's simple. It's gonna be a great year for me. Dude, Minnesota's lost 3 in a row at home. but Northwestern's not that good, especially on the road. Northwestern just got a road win against Ohio State. Minnesota's lost 3 home games in a row. I will take Minnesota here and fall for it.
I'm gonna take Northwestern. I don't think Minnesota. God, fuck you, Texas Tech. God damn it, man. You guys fucking suck.
You're better than that.
Dude, what do they have? 9 points this entire fucking half?
It's Houston, man. What do you
I
expect?
don't give a fuck. You're at home. You're Texas Tech. This isn't fucking.
Houston on the road. Houston. It's too easy. Come on. You're better than that. I didn't say it.
I hate Houston so bad. I hate them so much.
I just want these clocks to hit 0. I got the screenshots of all the comments. So what did Elliot want on here? Oh, he's not betting this. Never mind.
No, I mean, I'd take what was it, -3.5 or -2.5? I'd take Minnesota, but yeah, I don't want anything to do with supporting Peacock. But
yeah, get this off. Put it on FS1. I mean, get this Peacock shit off. That's got to go away. They're horrible at the NFL too.
My thing is just like, with this Minnesota, I mean, they've lost 3 in a row at the barn. Usually they're pretty good there. Northwestern is off that huge road win against Ohio State. I just don't feel like I can back them to repeat that performance there on the road again. So, and by the way, I've been in the chat talking to some people. Me and Dustin brought up the point. First half KU money line first half KU -3.5. I'm riding that with him. I just put that in, so we're gonna ride that out while we're hanging out.
Ride that while we're hanging out.
Ride that while it's hanging out.
Louis at Davidson.
God, both these teams are two of my least favorite teams to bet in the A10. Davidson just beat Fordham. St. Louis just beat Rhode Island. St. Louis is not very good on the road. They did beat Massachusetts and Richmond and Fordham.
Basically the same, similar as fucking Davidson.
Yeah, Davidson's tough to watch. Now they're laying points. I'll take St. Louis here. I think they're the better team, but Davidson more high-powered offense. Davidson's going to control if St. Louis turns the ball over every fucking other play, while Davidson just controls every possession possible and does their ball security. But let's just hope that they aren't shooting efficiently with all those possessions. So come on, St. Louis, play with some pride here. Belly up, beat a decent team. I think Davidson's better than all the teams I listed that they won on the road against, but I'm not too impressed by Davidson either. So I'll take the Billies. Yes?
I'll take St. Louis just because VCU's on deck for Davidson.
Yeah, no, I'll be on St. Louis here. I'll just St. Louis money line for me. They've got to win. I mean, obviously they haven't upheld their expectations to what they were supposed to be like this season. But I think they should be able to take care of Davidson. This is their first meeting of the year. From what I saw, I don't think they've played each other, so this is their one and only meeting there in the A10, unless they meet in the tournament. So yeah, give me St. Louis here.
All right.
Take it.
Georgia Tech at Pitt. Wow. Georgia Tech's pretty good on the road.
Yeah, I mean, in Pitt, what, +8? Pitt laying 8? That's a lot of points. That's just as – what were they laying against Syracuse where they almost backdoor covered that?
They did, depending on what number you got.
Yeah.
1 by 11. So if you got 11.5, obviously. But Georgia Tech did just lose to Boston College. I think we were on Boston College, if I'm staying correct, on Saturday.
Yeah. I picked Boston College. I don't think I bet it though.
We did bet Notre Dame.
Yeah, I am. Will not be laying points with Pittsburgh. I'll be on the Georgia Tech +8. I'd be willing to bet it if somebody could kind of push me there, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's Pittsburgh laying 3 possessions. What are we doing? Georgia Tech's been playing good lately. I'll take Tech.
I'll take Tech as well. I just feel like with this, as our boy at TC, the college experience, Moneyline Mac would say, is this one of those phony Pitt covers that we're going to see happen? Because they will be playing at their food for about the whole game. I've seen them do this, and then they randomly cover the number. But this year hasn't been as much. I like this Georgia Tech team. They're feisty, so I'll take the Yellow Jackets. It could be live here as well.
The other thing you can think about is that, I think that like that Pittsburgh bubble's kind of popped. They're on the bubble. Then they lose to that. They lose away to Notre Dame in the game they couldn't drop. Now they dropped it. They probably know that they're out of the conversation unless they can get the win against Louisville. So I think it might be a little bit of a letdown spot just off of that loss, knowing that their tournament chances are basically to win the conference or not anymore.
Yeah, what are they going to do? They're going to get their resume boosted for beating Georgia Tech. They could do it at Louisville, but NC State and Boston College, I don't think so. All right, your Texas Tech's got life.
No, they don't. It's a 9-point game. Providence and Marquette. I don't know if I can ever bet Providence away from the dunk again.
Oh, that was bad. Even all the injuries, and they got fucking routed. It's a big number, though.
It is a big number. And I will lay it. I think Marquette finally gets a big blowout win. They just did against Seton Hall. They kind of did against DePaul. No rhyme intended there. Losing to Villanova, they were never in that game to begin with. I think this Providence team has melted absolutely down. I will take Marquette laying the points.
Yep, that's where I'll be on too, as well. I tend to think it's going to be more of a they lost that Villanova game, kind of like they lost that Creighton game. They really played with their food in that DePaul game. They were up by, 16, 17, probably could have covered that, but then kind of let them close that to about 10. And that's really why that ended up only being a 10-point game. I think they rout them here, 15 plus. So I'll be on Marquette minus the 12.
Yeah, I'm on Marquette too. They just got embarrassed. They got to go home and embarrass somebody, and they embarrassed DePaul, Seton Hall, and Providence is at the level of those two. So this is going to be a smash. App State at Georgia Southern.
Oh, man, the rematch. They just played each other, didn't they? That was a tender play. If I'm
tender play of the day. 4-2. I didn't put one out today. I didn't have time to peruse the tender. So
what was the one on Saturday? Fordham?
Loss was Fordham and Miami of Ohio. The Miami of Ohio one should have hit. That was the one where they fumbled that and lost that. But
Uh-oh, Trevor.
I'll take Georgia Southern. I think they get the win here. They've been playing James Madison, App State. James Madison tight again. Back-to-back really tight. They had 3 wins. Granted, they're against nobodies, but I think they get revenge here. App State just played the last home game. Now they're going to hit the road. They got Marshall rematch on deck for a game that'll matter more. I like Georgia Southern to get this one done.
The dude just tackled somebody there. Dude, Trevor, if I hear you say that fucking I'm dead shit again, it's good. It's a great game. It's about to be a one-possession game.
Yeah, that's not good. I'm going to lose by a half a point. I always do.
What do you have? 1.5?
2.
My God. You need some confidence, boy. Come on.
Have you seen my record the last week and a half? I have no. I don't need no point in even believing.
It's about to be a 3-point game.
And then they'll lose by 3. They'll get a missed free throw. They'll go down and with like 12 seconds left, shoot a 3, brick it, and then just foul away.
Yep, I'll be on Georgia Southern here. I mean, you saw they put them very close there. They're at App State. I think App State ended up winning by 5 in overtime. So yeah, give me Georgia Southern. I'll take the 1.5, I guess. And kind of go from there.
Yeah, App State's been stumbling. I think this is a weird line, but I'll take App State. I think they're the better team, especially defensively. I know this is a rivalry. Short spreads kind of smells weird, but I think App State's much better. And you know me, I take those defensive teams that run a slow, drag you out pace in these more than I do the hot and fire, flashy, run quick teams. So I will take App State here on principle, money line. Yeah, sit down, Mahomes. Come on.
Akron's laying 7.5 at Ball State.
I want to hear what the Ball State specialist has to say about this game.
If I bet against them, they win outright. It's happened a couple times. Bro, Akron just lost at Ohio. Ball State is so bad against Akron.
This is an 8-point game on the road before.
They're still so bad against Akron. They won in 2022, 23, and then out of the last 8, they've lost 7 against each other.
I will say, Ball State does Ball State, their defense sucks ass. However, they do guard the 3 ball pretty well. So that could definitely slow Akron down. Only thing I'm concerned about is the Akron's off that loss. That's really the only concern that I would be concerned with, is the fact that they're off the loss. But yeah, 7.5. I'll write down Ball State plus the 7.5. But it does scare me that Akron's off that first loss.
Yeah. It was a 4-point game at Worthen Arena last year. They were a much worse team. I'll take Ball State, but I don't know if I'll bet this. Maybe I'll end up betting Akron so they can win outright, since I've done that a few times where they've won outright.
Do you think the line will go up?
Potentially. Let's see. Does anyone have any splits? I don't know why they did fucking beer night for Buffalo, not Akron. Maybe because it was Saturday, but still, boozing on Tuesdays. I see an 8.5 on that shitty Florida Hard Rock book. That book stinks.
Too bad
Yeah,
I'm not
let's wait. Let's wait to bet that.
JW in the chat saying Ball State plus 7.
Love it. Fans are leaving.
Akron is not good against the spread off a loss, so that could be a possibility for sure.
Yeah, I'll take Ball State. They don't get blown out. I don't care if Akron is off a loss.
They really don't get blown out. Only Toledo at home, January 18th, and Ohio on the road, I guess. Oh, wow. 3 free throws. Come on, DeJuice. I'm hoping for a middle for you.
I know. What you got? He needs plus 5.5.
I think that's what it is, 5.5, yeah. All right, let's cardinal it up. Fuck yeah. I'm going to this game. No, I'm not. But I want to.
Ohio just beat Akron. Now they're going to hit the road to shitty-ass Western Michigan, and they're only laying 5. Ohio beat them at 25 last time.
Yeah, I think Ohio's a better team, though. Western Michigan just got their breaks beat off by Central. They're not horrible at home. They've laid eggs before.
They've laid eggs before, but also, they beat Miami of Ohio at home. I was trying to look and see. They only lost by 13 to Akron. That's pretty not a bad loss there, especially at Akron. Oh man, I kind of want to freaking bet Western Michigan.
I kind of want to bet Ohio. I don't care.
I mean, Ohio's off that huge win.
Yeah.
Do they just keep it rolling?
They haven't done too well on the road either. This line does stink. I'll take Ohio. I'm probably not betting it.
Yeah, I'll take Western Michigan. I'm not going to bet it. This game's disgusting. I don't even have anything to say about it.
Yeah, I'll probably
be spot for Ohio. That's it.
I'll probably be right there with Trevor. It'll be hard for me to get it. I mean, I would say maybe people will see that Ohio just beat Akron, and maybe people will be on Ohio, so I could possibly get a better number. So I'm definitely not going to bet this right now, or have any itching to bet this right now. So we'll see. And then let's see. Next one.
Baylor Cincy.
Anybody got anything in this?
Buddy, we're 7 minutes into the game. Let's
see. Baylor off that terrible loss at Colorado. What did Cincy do last time out? I can't even remember. They beat TCU at home by 12. Previously, Baylor did beat them at Baylor by 20 early on in conference play. So is this a kind of a revenge spot for Cincinnati to beat Baylor, or is this kind of a Baylor get-right spot after dropping the home game to Arizona and then the away game to Colorado? Huffer, you got anything?
Yeah, I hate both of these teams. I'll take Baylor on the road. I think they're the better team. This game will be physical. Cincinnati, they've won 3 home games in a row after dropping 4 to start the Big 12 play. I just don't love this Baylor team. I kind of called them the biggest frauds, but they've kind of dealt with some adversity this year with a lot of injuries. But next man up, fucking play smart. You're there for a reason. So I just think this matchup's going to be so physical and ground and pound that it's going to be a 1 to 2 possession game the entire way. And I actually like Baylor on the road here.
All right. I know, just so everybody's aware, Lukosius is out for Cincinnati, I believe, still. So that's a big piece that they will be missing. I think he's game time decision is not ready yet, so we'll see. It's a shoulder injury. He's a big piece for them. He's every game that he's played, he started 20. I think he's played in 25 of the 27 games. I like Baylor here too. I think the fact that Baylor's pieces that they have lost,
Oh my God, dude.
they're missing the pieces on their inside. They had the big man get hurt, not very physical, and they're on the interior. So I think that's where they really struggle, and that's why teams that have a big man can really kind of take advantage of them. But Cincinnati's not a team that really has a big man where that they can really take advantage. They're kind of guard reliant, guard heavy, maybe a little bit of a in-betweener. They got some tweener guys in that 6'6", 6'8" range, things like that. So I'm on Baylor here too. I think it's a get right spot after dropping that game to Colorado. I really think that they'll bounce back here and get that road win against Cincinnati.
I like Cincinnati. Revenge, you got Baylor off of Arizona, then off of elevation, and then they're going to travel to fucking Ohio. Back road games. Cincinnati gets revenge with or without Lukosius here.
All right. And I just want to hear it for the Houston haters early. I want to hear it for the Houston haters. Can I hear it for the Houston haters?
I muted you. I have no idea what you're saying.
Well, you got to admit, what'd you say to me? You said you're better than that, Huffer. Red Raider up. I got that on photos. I got a couple other.
It was a 4-point game late, and they didn't score for 10 minutes. Talk about luck.
Was Houston leading that entire game for the most part?
Yeah, for the most part, but it wasn't a blowout.
Exactly.
They didn't score for 10 minutes, and it was a 4-point game.
Like, for once, dude. Fuck, man. You ever going to – all right, good win. Just say good win, move on, shake hands, and walk away the next one? Or is it going to be, it's a 5-point game, 5-point game? You're the one talking shit. I'm not.
I didn't talk shit to you. I said one thing. That's all I said to you. I never said anything.
No, I know. You just said you're better than that. I'm just giving you a hard time because when I saw that, I was like, uh-oh. You might have cursed it.
No, I cursed it when I bet on it. Toledo, Kent State.
Toledo at Kent State. Man. These teams don't like each other, right? Or am I mistaken? Or am I mistaken that with the Akron game? Akron rivalry, Trevor?
I forget. It's Kent State or Akron, one of the two that they.
I think Kent State and Akron hate each other, but I don't think any of these teams really like each other.
Probably not. I mean, Kent State off a loss. They also smoked Toledo on the road earlier.
Kent State's
I think it's 6.5 because they fuck them up again.
Kent State's won the last 8 against each other.
Yeah, and Toledo's dropped 3 of their last 4. Bowling Green, Eastern Michigan. Miami, Ohio beat them. And then they beat Ball State by 1 point at home. I think Kent State fucks them up again.
Yeah, I'll take it with you. I think the number's spot on, though, man. This number will be flirting with it the entire time. I do like Kent State's defense. And at home, they're pretty good, and they just lost a tough overtime loss. But they've had enough time to rest since not playing Saturday. So I'm with you. I'll take Kent State. They beat them on the road pretty handily. I don't see a revenge spot for these Rockets. Rockets only go in the air once, so then they come down. There's no revenge.
They come crashing down. Yeah, I'll be on Kent State here. I'm not gonna bet it though. I don't like betting that -6.5. on a favorite like this. So it'll be Kent State as my pick, but no bet there.
Army at Lafayette.
Trevor, you muted me while my Houston rant I'm seeing in the chat. Don't ever fucking do that again. Are you fucking kidding me? Don't make me rant again. Now I'm actually pissed. You're better than that, Trevor. You're better than that muting me.
In all honesty, no, I'm not. We all know it. No, I'm not.
You're better than that, Trevor, muting me. Houston, let's hear it for the haters. Come on. One more time. Absolute fire day. All right, what's next?
Army at Lafayette.
My favorite game. Did they just play each other, or was that Holy Cross?
No, that was.
Yeah, it was Holy Cross.
They played kind of near the beginning of the season. Army's off that ass kicking, 31 points to Bucknell. I kind of think Lafayette gets revenge here. I don't want to lay the 3.5, so I would be on Lafayette money line, but I don't even know what that price is going to be.
Take it now, or probably go up.
Yeah. Lafayette money line.
145. We saw it today with these minus 145s, minus 140s, and then they skyrocket to like minus 170 damn near.
I'm seeing minus 175. I'll shop around a little bit afterwards and see if not, it could be, if it's one of those in the minus 175 to minus 200 type of range. It might be a little parlay piece with another home favorite that I like, something like that. But I'll be on Lafayette money line here. I think they can get the revenge against Army. I know Army beat them by 2, I think, on the road. But we've seen it the majority of the time. These games here in the Patriot League come down to 2 to 4 points, and that 3.5 is definitely in jeopardy. If it was 2.5, I'd probably I don't know. I'd still take the money line. But if it was 4.5, I might just lay it or take Army if it gets to 5.5.
I'll take Lafayette with you there. I'm probably not going to bet this game. I think Lafayette's they're kind of gritty, and even when they're down, they kind of come back and make it a game. There's been a lot of close games. I think we see a little bit of a revenge 2-point loss on the road against Army last time. So I'll take Lafayette. I'll pick this spread. I'm probably not betting this though.
I'll take Army. I think they're the better team, and Lafayette sucks at home. They've won 2 of their last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've won 3 of their last 9 home games. I'll take Lafayette.
Is this their last home game?
Yeah.
Even
Patriot
better
League.
for me to take Lafayette.
Patriot League. They do have 4 seniors on Lafayette. 4 seniors. 5 seniors with Chris Rubeo, bench warmer. Let's go, Chris.
Yeah, they'll be too overamped. They'll lay another dud at home like they have all year. They've been terrible at home.
Yeah, it could happen.
Duke's laying 23 at Miami.
It's all about the U. The U. Oh, man. The ATMs are kind of going away outside of Buffalo.
Yeah, but Duke's a little bit different. I do think it's a little inflated after what Duke just did, but I'm not going to bet Miami whatsoever.
This is the same line they were laying at home against Miami. 22.5, 23, I think.
Yeah, and they lost by, 35?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna take Miami with the points, and I'm gonna wait to bet this. I think people are gonna steam Duke. If we can get this to like 25 or something, mean, what? I mean, you do just lose to 12 at Virginia Tech. I think you won that lock battle, but no excuses, rightfully so. Shake hands, and then I will. I mean, they haven't done anything against these top teams in the ACC, whatever that means. Were they competitive against Duke in the first half of that game? Probably not. Yeah, no. They gave up 50 points in the first half. 50-26. All right, I'll take Miami. Fuck it. It makes sense. Good logic there.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything right now. If anything, it'd be Miami plus the points. But I'm not gonna lay it with Duke on this big number. They could just kind of coast and win by 20 without even really catching a sweat. So it'll be Miami plus the points, but definitely not at this number. If I bet it, we'll see what it gets up to, and we'll see what I take it if I take it at.
It's such a bad bet. Could be the worst bet of the day.
Could be the best bet of the day.
But it's a lot of points, so.
I'll take Miami team total under. They still suck. I mean, 68, 66, 65. They put up an 84 on Syracuse, 78 on Louisville, but Duke's defense is legit. Duke suffocates teams, and the amount of possessions that were played in that Illinois game, they only gave up like 67 points. I'll take the Miami team total under.
And just so everyone knows, all our shit talk is banter. I love Trevor to death. I take a college basketball steam ball for him. So that's my Midwest in me coming out. Shout out Cannabis Capper, he gets it. Midwest hospitality, it's real. I guess you get it too if we consider Wisconsin the Midwest. It damn near starts the Great Plains though. Minnesota.
No, Wisconsin's the most Midwest state that there is.
Out of your mind with that.
How? We have snow all year round, pretty much 9 months out of the year. We drink the most.
That's just you.
No, that's the whole state, buddy. That's the whole damn state.
No, I mean, no. I'm saying the snow thing. That's just your state. Like, I mean,
that's pretty Midwest.
Yeah, I agree with JW. Wisconsin is Canada.
The fuck it is. Don't ever.
You need a passport.
I'm gonna put you on a timeout, Jada, if you say that again.
Here he goes, Mister. He got the big red mute button. Look at him. He's got the nuke button over there. Too easy. I'm gonna start getting another Houston tirade. Whoever said Kansas minus 6.5 was free, don't jinx it, please. So
a lot of people don't believe in jinxes, which I don't believe in. I don't believe in not believing in jinxes. Especially gambling.
I am super superstitious.
There we go. Huge Haskell gets it. Wisconsin, Indiana, Ohio.
Yeah, I mean,
fucking Illinois too, to be honest.
That's the heart of the Midwest. I mean,
love you, cannabis.
Kentucky don't count.
Kentucky's South.
Louisville's Midwest, I guess. Count Louisville, border town. All right, it's all about the U, baby.
Yeah, whatever. They can lose 57-70. That works for me.
We're gonna win outright. I'm sprinkling the money line, walking away.
Do it. Go out on top.
Oh God, Richmond with this many points again. Minnesota is Midwest, yes, but I think a certain point, like once you hit Minneapolis and St. Paul, so you can start going west of there, you're fucked. Because then, like, Sioux Falls isn't the Midwest. South Dakota's Great Plains. I think
Minnesota's pretty Canadian.
Northern Minnesota is, yeah.
I'm just gonna take VCU. I mean, this is what VCU does. Richmond just lost by 16 to St. Joe's. They beat LaSalle and Fordham. awesome. Hung tight with Loyola, still lost by 7 in OT, 11 to Davidson. Last time I played VCU, they lost by 41. I'm just gonna take VCU. I don't care if they just came off the George Mason win; they stomped them. And when they go on the road, they still crush teams. So I'll take VCU.
This is the Battle of Richmond, though, is it not?
It is.
Yeah, it's a little rivalry.
Where's our
battle for Richmond didn't go well either. 41.
Where's our Richmond?
I was in life-altering Seagull Center, though. What'd you say, Elliot?
Where's our Richmond guy that was sitting on the bench in 2021 that said Richmond was live in that game against the Spiders, and then they ended up not being.
It wasn't against VCU last time. It was against
No, he's like something said Spiders
George
versus
Washington. They were catching 8.5. They lost by 9.
Yep, something like that. Exactly.
Exactly what it was. I remember it to a T. I just don't remember the guy.
I'll take fucking Richmond team total under again. They fucking suck offensively.
What's that at?
I don't know. I don't see team totals up yet.
Yeah, what is that at? Because that wouldn't be shout out Adam Westbury in the chat. He lives in Richmond and he will be at this game. Take VCU to win by 20. I agree. I'll be on VCU minus the 14, but depending on that number for that Richmond team total, that might be a better angle. The only thing that scares me is when VCU starts to score a lot. I mean, they're definitely a fast-paced team, or they can be a fast-paced team. They sometimes let their opponents score a little bit, as you saw in like that George Washington game. But it would really just depend on.
The team total is 59.5. I'm staying away from that. I'll take VCU as well with you guys. I just feel like it's a lot of points for a rivalry game at home too. But for some reason, this feels like the fake public dog tomorrow that like Richmond's catching, and I feel like it always has been with Richmond, and then they just get their breaks beat off. So I'll take VCU with you guys. Don't love it though because of the rivalry angle.
Yeah, but I mean, I would agree. I'm right there with you on that, Huff. Usually I take the points on these rivalry games, but VCU is just a class above everybody in the A10. As you saw, George Mason gave him a scare there in the first half, and then VCU just fucking put it on them. I don't think they're gonna stop because they obviously, as we talked about before that game, now they're tied right now with George Mason. Obviously, they have the head-to-head, so they can't drop one, or they can drop one, but they just need to win outright, get that number 1 seed there in the A10 conference tournament. So yeah, give me VCU minus the 14.
Yeah, I think it's just a fucking murder. Old Dominion's at Marshall. These two just played. Pretty positive they just played. Yeah, they just played the other day. Marshall covered the 4.5. I forgot I bet on a fucking buzzer 3.
On the road, right?
They only won by 4. Was it 3.5?
Yeah, it was Old Dominion at home. No, I had 4.5 apparently because I had money on my account.
I was on Marshall minus 3.5.
Because they only won by 4.
I don't know. I had a 4.5 because I just had money pop up in my account, and then I looked and I was like, apparently I bet Old Dominion.
Oh, no, that was when Rob was on the show, and I had Marshall money line minus 140.
You had Old Dominion plus 4.5.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Covered by the hook.
Yeah, and I had no clue. If they didn't make that, I would have never known I even bet that game, to be honest.
That was funny because that game was even more out of hand. I think.
It was.
Marshall was up by like 16, maybe 20, with 5-6 minutes left, and they almost flirted and lost that, or they did lose the cover. I'm gonna go back there and look at it, but
Old Dominion shot 31 free throws that game. Yeah.
Was that Saturday or was that last? No, it was Thursday. Last Thursday.
It's like, Thursday.
crazy that they're playing it just that quick. Thursday, Saturday, Tuesday.
Got
What are you doing?
App State
What are you
on
doing
deck
this one?
playing. I think I'll take Marshall. I don't think I think that last game where they had that 20-point lead and then almost blew it. I think they got their scare in. I think they fuck up Old Dominion.
Let's see. 18-point game with 7 minutes left.
Yeah. So essentially they almost pulled the Badgers, but they won the game at least.
It does not feel like a lot of points.
No, it does. That's why I feel like Marshall fucks them up. Marshall was up like 20, and then they just took their foot off the gas and had a scare to lose that game potentially. Like, it got tight. I don't think they fuck around anymore. And this is their last home game. No, they have App State at home. Never mind.
Beat Arkansas State at home by 5. Coastal, they only won at home by 5. Georgia Southern, they won by 11. James Madison won by 2. Last time they won 3 road games in a row, even though they won only 2 road games in a row, they did lose to Georgia State at home. I'll take ODU plus 10.
Coming off 4 straight road games and back home to end the season. I think they show up and fuck them up. Probably won't bet it, but I like Marshall.
Yeah, I'll write down Marshall. Just at that home. I always like betting them at home. I agree with Trevor. I think it's an inflated line. It's kind of telling you that Marshall's probably going to fuck them up. I don't mind. I know in the chat JW said Marshall first half spread. That might not be a bad play if they want to just kind of jump out on them, take care of business there in the first half, and then you can kind of forget about it and forget the back door that they left wide open.
Yeah, I'm with you. No, I'm just kidding. I like the first half angle better. I just smell a weird back door here like the last game.
Sure. Northern Illinois at Miami, Ohio.
Lay it. Northern Illinois is joining the Horizon next year. What the fuck?
That's probably where they deserve to be honest.
Where they deserve to be is where the MAC is.
So what? So what are they doing with football then?
They're in the Mountain West. You didn't know that?
That's right. I remember that now. Yeah. What the fuck? That's fucking stupid.
And then we got Massachusetts joining the fucking MAC. We're going to have Massachusetts replacing Northern Illinois, essentially.
I might just go team total over. What's the team total over?
Yep, Danny Dumpshit's exactly right. MAC won't let NIU stay in other sports. I don't blame him either.
I don't know what that team total is. It's not listed up on DraftKings right now.
I think we just lay it, but I'll find the team total. One sec.
I mean, we can lay the 14, but I would just feel. I think I'd feel more confident with taking the team total just because Miami Ohio's defense isn't very good. I mean, not saying that Northern Illinois' offense is good, but Miami Ohio's has been shown to give up some points. 82.5 maybe. I think is what Cannabis Capper was saying.
Are you meaning NIU team total or Miami Ohio team total, Trevor?
I said Miami Ohio team total over.
Yeah.
NIU's team totals at 68.5, 66.5, depending on what you
So 80.5 and 82.5 for Miami. The spread's at -14. Yeah. So either one of those ways, I think you could probably get home either way. But
NIU's trash, dude. And have fun playing. They're gonna play IUPUI. Last time they played, this was the same number essentially. 15-point game last time.
in the cold.
I'll either pick that team total under for NIU or
Team total under.
for NIU
God damn, you're ballsy.
or for Miami minus 14.5. I'm not really sure yet. I'll put my picks on this morning, tonight. I've been getting them in earlier than that last 2 days. I've been making sure of that.
I'll take Miami, or I'll take Northern Illinois. They've been playing better. Haven't gotten blown out. Miami has got Ohio on deck, in-state rivalry. So I'll take NIU to lose by 13, but I'm not going to bet this.
You're betting
Buffalo.
this one.
You know it. You know it. Buffalo beat Central Michigan already, too. Absolutely hammer Central Michigan tomorrow.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, this is, yeah.
14 with Central Michigan?
Dude, they lost to Buffalo already. Buffalo gets absolutely creamed. They just lost by 14 to Ball State. Western Michigan beat them by 33. Ball State beat them by 13 again. Eastern Michigan beat them by 13. Central Michigan can definitely get this done.
Yeah, they can't score. They either lose bad or win big. So I'm not picking Buffalo, so I'll pick Central Michigan. I don't know if I will end up betting this. I have faded Buffalo a few times ever since that Northern Illinois game, and then it's worked out otherwise since then. Just laying this many points to Central Michigan is scary.
And just take the team total if you don't want to lay the number.
I'd be on I'll pick Central Michigan minus the 14.5. Don't know if I'll get there with a bet. Solely for the fact I do like the revenge angle, as Trevor was saying. I think Central Michigan will get this done, but they are off that 29-point win against Western Michigan. So I'd just be a little hesitant to, again, lay a big number after they just beat somebody by 29 for them to turn around. Are they a good enough team to turn around and beat another team by 15 plus?
If you're overthinking it, it's Buffalo, not another team. It's Buffalo.
And
Yeah.
still another team, though. So I don't know if I'll bet it, but I'll pick Central Michigan minus 14.5. I'm on that side with you, Trev.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Just so many points.
JMU's laying 12 at Monroe.
Hell yeah. Game of the night. I mean,
It's up there.
Monroe stinks, but they did win at home against Southern Miss.
The only games they win are
that was-
against directional schools.
That was
Southern Miss,
pre-Curbelo.
South Alabama, Northwestern State.
Discipline.
Arkansas is the one non-directional school they've beaten. If this was Southern James Madison, then they'd be in trouble. But it's James Madison. There's no South, Northwest, East in it. They'll kill them.
I think I'd rather have my money on Buffalo than UL Monroe. Right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Central Michigan's minus 1,100 on the money line. James Madison's minus 800 on the money line. There is a difference in spread, though, just by 2 points. I see 13.5 somewhere, too, Trevor.
Yeah.
That was also when
Feels like a lot of
Now it's up to 13 on Bet365.
James Madison isn't covering these numbers, though.
James Madison hasn't blown out teams. Now they're going to lay 13.
They're just a respected team in general. I feel like they have laid pretty decent numbers.
Monroe hasn't even seen these guys yet this year. They're going to fuck him up. I mean, when Coastal beats you by 19, you got issues. And 17 to Southern Miss.
This is gross. I'll pick UNL Monroe. I'm not going to bet this Friday, though. I don't think so. I hope you win if you bet. But I don't want to have my money on UNL Monroe. But just, again, I think it's a weird line. A lot of points.
Yeah. Indiana State at Murray State. Wait, Murray State is not laying 50.
I will take Indiana State plus the 50.
Yeah, I will go take out a loan for the most I can get from the bank for Indiana State plus 50.
We're never Dub Club either. Never will be Dub Club. Always free fades, free tails. God, I hate both of these teams as well. Indiana
Murray
State
State off the Bradley OT game.
Yeah, but Indiana State, they're like feisty on the road, kind of a little bit. I mean, they've covered numbers, I guess, outside of Northern Iowa. Now they're wearing.
State beat them by 10.
They're catching that weird 5.5. I think Indiana State. I mean, they can randomly hang in games. It's just that it is a tough. I mean, they just were at Belmont, lost by 2. Murray State, tough game against Bradley.
Murray State scores 8 points less at home, and Indiana State scores 3 more on the road than they do at home this year.
Yeah, I just think Murray State's kind of got them a little bit defensively, but I'll take Indiana State plus 6.5. Give me the dough.
Okay, I'll take Indiana, but I'm not going to
5.5, whatever.
Yeah, I'll be on. I'll be on Murray State here. Murray dropped their game. They're at Indiana State. They're getting a conference play. I'll take Murray State minus the 5. I don't like it though.
No. Illinois yelling at us. Murray State has the size to win on the glass. Team chemistry. Yeah, don't hate it, but they just played a tough game at Bradley. Now they're going to head home, play an Indiana State team that plays pace and can score, and arguably plays better on the road to an extent. I'll take Indiana. I ain't betting it. I will bet this one, though. Give me Oklahoma State. Iowa State off of Houston, and Oklahoma State just got embarrassed. Back home. I think they hang in there. And I'm sure Iowa State will keep guys out unless they're fully healthy because it's just Oklahoma State at the end of the day.
Hell yeah.
I think Oklahoma State's the side. I'll take Oklahoma State plus 9.5.
It's tough laying points on the road, especially after playing Houston. I totally agree with you guys on that, but I've watched Oklahoma State play basketball. They're better at home, I'll say, but you know, they lost to Texas Tech by almost 40 points. 38 points.
Iowa State's been terrible lately.
Iowa State's been terrible lately.
I know they're winning, but they're not the same Iowa State team. They had that TCU game, otherwise 12 to UCF on the road, which UCF doesn't play defense. in a lot of possessions. Cincinnati, 11-point home win, and then Colorado, 14-point home win. I don't think they covered any of those games except for the TCU one.
Let's take an 11-point home game like it's a bunch of bullshit.
I'm just saying from what they were doing, it's not the same team. Not to mention they're beat up. Why would they play guys banged up if they're not 100% when they got Arizona, BYU, and Kansas State on deck? It's just, I mean, it's Oklahoma State. Like,
it's Iowa. You said it exactly. It's Oklahoma State. I mean,
yeah, but 9.5 is a lot for an Oklahoma State team at home. Other than Texas Tech, like they don't get.
They haven't done well at home against any of the good teams in the Big 12. The top team.
It's fine. I'm just going to keep riding the system. Fade teams off of Houston, not to mention they got injuries and they're banged up. They're missing 2 starters already. I think they win by like 6 or 7.
Fine.
You know Hubbard didn't give a fuck about injuries.
Yeah, I know, but when you're missing starters back-to-back games, you already used your injury bump game against Houston for that second half.
I think Oklahoma State could lose to Buffalo. I do like Steve Lutz. I think the program will get better. They showed some strides, but I'm not taking them.
Illinois State at Southern Illinois.
Ooh. Why is Illinois State every game they play a 1.5-point spread?
Because they suck.
Every game they play is a 1.5-point spread. What do you mean? They won against Bradley and Missouri State.
I mean, they lose to the top competition. They beat the bad competition. I know they beat Bradley, but didn't beat Northern Iowa, didn't beat Drake. Belmont's so schizophrenic.
Illinois State did beat Southern Illinois by 31 to start off league play.
Oh, well then, yeah, this is easy. Southern Illinois at home. Lost 4 straight. You lost 4 straight. Now you're going to lay points against a team that beat you by 30-something? Yeah. Southern Illinois, let's go. Or Illinois. Yeah, Southern Illinois.
I will say that was when Southern Illinois was not playing very good. They have gotten a lot better throughout the year and are playing better ball. But I like this Illinois State squad. I was on Illinois State on Saturday, but I think I laid the -2.5 instead of just taking the money line. So I lost that bet by the hook. There against Missouri State. This one, I feel like you could definitely. I'll be on Illinois State. I think they're the better team overall. I'm not going to overthink it. I know they lost by Southern Illinois lost by 30. They're at Illinois State there in the beginning, but I'll ride with Illinois State. I think they're the better team.
I'm gonna go SIU at home. I do agree. Illinois State's a better team. This could be a gross hold your nose under here as well too.
Ooh, I will say
for that.
Do you think they already did their home festivities for senior night and all that, or are they gonna do it because they probably did it on Saturday when they lost to Valpo? I would assume.
Why would they do it the game before?
They always do the senior nights on Saturdays generally for family travel and everything, instead of doing it on Tuesday night, so the families don't have to come in. More people there, so it's typically always on Saturdays. Senior night is tomorrow. Danny Dumbshit says K-State always does it on Saturday.
It's normally always the last game of the season.
We always do it last Saturday home game. Just for travel and everything like that. But looks like Danny said that they only got one senior, but they are doing it tomorrow.
Yeah, they're kind of like a new team. They're pretty young. They're pretty young. I agree with Trevor on the on the angle there. I just think this Illinois State offense is legit, but that's what scares me about the under. Both defenses are pretty porous, but I think we get a 72-68 game here. Misprice on the over/under.
Exacto.
All right, I gotta skedaddle out, but there's other banners and shit made if anyone's logged in. Otherwise, I'll be back potentially. I mean, it's a big, the big Tuesday one, but yep, let's go Colorado. Best of luck, fellas.
Toodles.
Toodles.
All right. I might go log into I don't know why I didn't log into the studio. May leave you empty-handed here for a second.
Oh, yeah. That's fine.
All right. I'll be back.
Yeah, so looks like the next one. Now we get the really pump fake after dark. That's when I start pouring the wine. But let's talk about Troy, Texas State. Let me find this number for us. So it looks like Troy is lane 1.5 against Texas State. Looking at this, Troy earlier on the season, they lost at home by 1 to Texas State. I believe that might have been a buzzer beater. I'm not sure if it was or not. Texas State, they're off that South Alabama win. They're at home. They're in the middle of their 4-game home stretch to finish the season. Got JMU at home on Friday. Let's look at the conference standings real quick. Looks like we got Texas State 9-9, Troy 12-6. I think the one's trying to bait you into taking Texas State. I personally like Troy as a team. I think they play very well, play very good on the defensive end. So I will back Troy here to get the revenge on Texas State in the away spot here. So give me Troy, and I'll just take the money line.
What's the Troy's?
Troy Lane 1.5.
Yeah, give me Troy. Better team. I don't know what you said, but I mean,
Yeah. I just said
a travel spot for them as well too. I just think Troy's the much better team, and this game's going to be one down low, and I think there's somewhat an advantage for Troy, but I like Troy's defense here to get it done on the road with you.
Yeah, that was pretty much my whole thing. The other thing was like Texas State, they had beat Troy earlier on in the season. They're at Troy, beat them by 1. I believe it was a buzzer beater. I can't remember. But I think Troy will bounce back here. And kind of your typical cap, they're significantly better on the defensive end, and you always tend to take the defensive teams, which I'm doing in this case here, especially after Texas State's 2 of their last 3 games in overtime. Both of them, funny enough, against South Alabama. They snuck out that one at home on Saturday by 1. So I'll be on Troy here. Just the money line's fine.
And then we were battling on their Salukis pick, right? I believe.
Yeah, I also like the under. I might be playing.
Tickets are priced for Southern Illinois $10 and include promotional giveaways like foam fingers and T-shirts. Hell yeah, some foam fingers getting after it. Let's
Bring
go.
it back to the 2000s.
What's that Drake and Josh episode back in the day with the foam finger? I always think of that. I love my Nickelodeon caps, but it's kind of a dark topic these days.
Yeah. I actually like in that Illinois State game, I might like the under with you. I think I might play that. I think I might feel a little bit better playing that than playing Illinois State plus the 1.5. But one of those, I'll probably play one of those.
Yeah, I'm deciding between SIU or them. Sorry, I got to make this real quick.
Oh, no, you're good. We got Lindenwood is at Western Illinois.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Perfect. I was seeing Western Illinois laying 1.5.
It's Illinois, actually, if you didn't know. Pretty sure. Sorry, Jen and Capper. Lindenwood versus Western Illinois. Trevor does a much better job than me typing that, but I don't give a shit. So shout out Trevor. He's better at this. But Western ill. They're ill. Let's give it like a 20-minute analysis on this game. Let's spend 20 minutes here.
20 minutes on this game?
Yeah, I think this is a big one. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, it is the only game at 8:30 on ESPN Plus, so it could be a game where we could really dive into the analytics here.
I'm going to go with the senior night angle. 4 seniors on this Western Illinois team. They're horrible. Now we catch them laying up points on the short spread. Luckily, they play Lindenwood equally horrible. Lindenwood just lost to SEMO. This is their 3rd road game in a row. They're dying. They're cooked. They're going to be on the road and then immediately go to their tournament. So I'll take Western Illinois on the money line. Total coin flip game.
Yeah, I would also say, I'm piggyback you there. Lindenwood did beat Western Illinois at home by 6 there early on in the season, and I will, just kind of give you a nudge. You say that Lindenwood's terrible, however, they are 9-9 in the conference, so they're in the OVC. That would qualify as middle of the pack. They actually have the same record as Morehead State, if you can believe that or not. They're in conference play.
Yep, even the top teams in that conference can be terrible.
Yes. So I will. I'll be on Western Illinois here. I don't like the fact that they started off that 4-game road stretch with the win at Little Rock in overtime, but then they just got their brakes beat off there by Southeast Missouri. Now they stay on the road and go to Western Illinois. So yeah, give me Western Illinois. We'll go with the senior night cap.
Come on, senior night. Yeah, to your point, I mean, they are 9-9, but I've said this before, so I apologize to our listeners, but those are new here, I will be making these brackets for all these mid-major tournaments, so feel free to go on the Excel sheet. Hell, should I just do it on the picks page on the tabs? No, I'll make a new one, but it's fine. Maybe I will do the picks page. We'll see. I'll let the chat decide. Should I make some tabs for them on the tab section, or make a whole new sheet with a bunch of different tabs being the conference tournament?
Yeah, JW. I mean, we're spending 20 minutes on this, right? So JW in the chat, he brings up, Lindenwood 2-11 away from home. So yet another point, kind of pointing us towards Western Illinois, the Leathernecks. I also think that the Western Illinois, they shoot the ball pretty good. They're 39th in the country, 3-point percentage, and Lindenwood does a terrible job of defending the 3. So I mean, if you've got a couple more angles that you can kind of dig into really there, and there's nothing really that Lindenwood does on the offensive end to kind of contrast what Western Illinois does defensively.
All right. Let's do another 10 minutes on it. It wasn't planning on betting this game, but probably betting this game now. So, all right. Should we wait for Trevor to get back to talk about this one?
No.
I agree, because I'm going to lay it with Wisconsin. Oh, my Oregon cover was so sweet on Saturday. I wish we had a Saturday show. Oh, here, talk about it. This is some bullshit. They should have covered. They were dominating Oregon, and then they just blew the cover. I'll take Washington's a whole heaping pile of ass. They just played really good against Iowa. Second road stint. Get out of here. I'll take Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Maybe even their – no. What about their team total over maybe too?
Yep. Either one of those. I think you can do both of them probably. They'll probably both hit. But, yeah, it's Wisconsin. Lay it for me. Off the home loss to Oregon. I mean, I think there's enough said with just that. And, I mean, I know Washington, they played better. They're against Iowa. They're on the road. But I don't look for them to really replicate another good game on the road.
The over is 84.5. I kind of like the spread better, but I still think if they cover that number, they easily can obtain that number too.
Yeah, I don't mind either of them personally.
All right, so we're all square there. Let's root with Trevor.
He's probably taking plus 15.5 with Washington or something.
Oh God, if he does, that'd be hilarious. Iowa's catching 9.5 at Illinois. Illinois just got their tush pushed in at Madison Square Garden. That was embarrassing.
They've gotten fucked up the last 3 games. Hand up, I bet Illinois against Duke. They've lost at home to Michigan State by 14, then on the road to Wisconsin by 21, and then on that neutral by 43. Oh shit, sorry. Yeah, 43. I think it's a bad day to be Iowa. I'm going to lay it. I'm going to go back to the well, and I'm going to lay it. Shout out Jen. Shout out Jen. I hope Jen's going. But I think Illinois is just going to absolutely fuck Iowa up. Illinois off of 3 straight double-digit losses. And basically, damn, any arena atmosphere that you could choose from, home, away, neutral. Now they're back home. I think this is a lay it with Illinois. Bet it now because it'll probably shoot up, I would assume. But yeah, I think it's a bad night to be Iowa tomorrow night.
I don't know. I think people will bet Iowa just because it's so many points in how Illinois is played. I think people will bet it for that reason.
Do you think it's going to come down?
It's going to hang right there, not move much.
Well, the forecast said it opened at 11, so it definitely has come down 1.5. So you are correct in that regard.
Okay, well, I haven't even looked at opening lines, so hand up on me there.
No, you were right. It came down.
Well, I know. No, I know. I'm just saying I didn't even know that, so that's probably on me. I probably should have known that. But, yeah, I think people have fallen for this Iowa thing. They've been playing somewhat better to end the year. But, yeah, I'll take Illinois here. Let's go, Jen.
Yeah, this is a shout-out Jen play, laying it with fucking Illinois. They are not ill. Western Illinois was ill. Illinois is not ill.
No, they are ill. All right.
They're ill too? All right, fuck it. They're both ill.
Mississippi.
I'm parlaying it. Fuck it. I'm parlaying it. The ill parlay. The sick. Too sick with it. Too sick with it parlay.
All right. What do we got here? Mississippi State at Alabama. Mississippi State just lost to Oklahoma. We were on that. Oklahoma plus 3.5. I mean, talking about Saturday because we don't get the chance to. I was 21-6 at one point. I was like, oh my God. And then I kind of died off. I was like 32 and or like 30. No, I was like 38 and 23. And then I mean, I ended up pretty good, like 42 and 29. But yeah, it was. That when I won this one, I was like, let's go, hit it outright as well. I just don't like this Mississippi State team, man. They do this every year. Non-con stumble in the end. Kentucky plus 11.5 was a brutal no cover on Saturday as well too. I think Alabama.
Shout out Cannabis Capper in the chat. Zeke Mayo, another turnover.
Let's go.
Green in Underdog Fantasy, third straight day, 9-0 in article plays. If you're not following him, if you're not getting on the SGPN site, reading his articles, you're missing out on free money. Free fucking money.
Yep, he's absolutely sharp, folks. 3-0 again, 3 days in a row. Give him a follow. Give him a. What are you, just Cannabis Capper? Shout out put your Twitter handle in the chat. I think it's like Cannabis Capper. We'll get him on the show here very shortly. I know we've been talking about that too. So.
Yeah, he needs to freaking come on the show.
Yeah, we were talking about it, so I think we're gonna make it happen here. Alabama versus Mississippi State. Mississippi State, like I said, they just lost to Oklahoma. Now they're going into Alabama. This line's jumped a little bit, it looks like, overnight, or not over, but since it opened. This game is gonna be look at this point spread. If Mississippi State has any fighting chance, they need to limit possessions, but I just don't foresee it happening. 4-point game last time. I don't really see the revenge angle here. I'm going to lay it with Alabama as well in this long number. I think they're a better team. I like watching them, and I think Alabama puts up another 100 ball on a team.
Yep. I'm right there with you. This is Alabama -8. Even look at that over 171. I don't mind the over 171. Mississippi State, they're not your Mississippi State of a couple years ago where they tend to slow it down and grind it out. They've been, putting up a good amount of points. They played Texas A&M. That was a lower scoring game, but that was more to the chagrin of Texas A&M. But you look at last time against Alabama, 88-84. Obviously, funny how they set the total there, 88-84, 172. All right, let's set it at 171.5. So I don't mind that. But yeah, I'd be more prone to lay it with Alabama here. They're gonna play fast. They play even faster on the road or at home. So yeah, give me Alabama -8, or team total. Maybe even the team total Alabama. I know you said they're gonna hang 100. Well, what's their team total?
It's going to be around 90. I think 90.
89.5.
Yeah, I'll be right around there. Double check. 89.5 exactly.
So there's 3 different angles right there.
No shit. All right, Elliot. This is my favorite. You can take this one.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying this. I didn't actually mean this, but I figured you would say that when I said you can talk about this game. I just wanted to type a few more banners real quick.
Oh no, that's perfectly fine. And LSU, I think I don't know if that line will stay at 8. I could see it maybe going up a little bit. But I would say it'd be anywhere from like 8 to 9.5 is probably where it's going to be. I don't think it goes down. I don't think people are going to be back in Mississippi State on the road, even with the revenge angle. So yeah, I'd say it's going to be anywhere from 8 to 9.5. I'd be very surprised if it went up over double digits. If it went to 10.5, maybe 10. But if it went to 10.5, I'd be very surprised. But talking about the game that he was just putting up for me, Air Force, yes, bet now if you like Alabama.
Yeah, it's already jumped.
Colorado State, I will be betting it with Colorado State. Elevation is not a factor here in this. Air Force is off their first win yet again. I'm calling. I think this is like the 3rd, maybe 4th team now that I've called outright wins for their first conference win. First started with Canisius way back in the day when I called that first win in conference. And since then, I think South Carolina, Fresno State, South Carolina, Air Force. Shit, it might have been.
They ain't beating anyone. They might now that they started getting investigated.
So, no, I'll be on Colorado State here. We'll fade the first win. They beat Fresno State beat Air Force by 21 last time out. It's a decently short trip from Fort Collins down to Colorado Springs, like a 2-hour trip. Like I said, elevation's not going to really play a factor. Both are traveling from the West Coast, so that's also not really going to be a factor. Or no, wait, Air Force was at home against Fresno State. That's right. Colorado State's coming from UNLV. Yeah, give me Colorado State minus 11.5. I spent way too much time talking about this. I probably won't bet it though.
Yeah, fuck. I mean, this game stinks. I'll take Colorado State. I'm not betting this. I feel like this is a weird cover for Air Force for some reason. All right, we're bannered out, baby. All right, South Carolina is going at Missouri. We called South Carolina outright, getting their first conference win. That was fun. In the middle of the day, I was with my buddies, and one of them was like, "Can I interest you in a gross play of South Carolina?" And he's like, "Oh God!" But that was absolutely free 99. Missouri is off their loss to Arkansas, where they played super tough. Fun ass game there. Now they're laying this many points against South Carolina. Is it a sleepy spot? South Carolina ride the momentum? I have a tough time buying into that. What do you think?
I don't think it's a sleepy spot.
I don't either.
I think it's Missouri at home, 13.5. That's a pretty big number. I mean, look, they just beat Alabama at home by 12. The game before that Arkansas loss. You look at what happened. You know, they lost to Texas A&M on that buzzer beater there at home, and then blew out Oklahoma by 24. Now you lose to Arkansas, kind of a former rival back in the Southwestern Conference days. Yeah, I would be on the side of Missouri minus 13.5. South Carolina does play very, very slow, so I wouldn't look at anything like team total wise for Missouri or the over or anything like that. I wouldn't really want to look at either of those angles. But yeah, I'd probably be on the Missouri side.
I'll take South Carolina with the points. I don't love it. Probably won't bet it, but I don't know. I just have this weird feeling about this game too. But it is South Carolina. It's tough for me to put my hard-earned cheddar on them and deploy units.
Yeah, this would solely be a Missouri spot to bet. I wouldn't really back South Carolina. If they were still pretty, fresh off that 15-point win at home against Texas, they're probably feeling not great about themselves. Shit, they're 1-13 in conference, but feeling better than they were at 0-13. They would be a little bit more hungry, if they're 0-14, coming in and just kind of playing the villain role of let's see who we can beat up and who we can knock off. So I think that kind of knocks them back, takes a little bit of that edge away from them. So that's why I wouldn't personally want to bet any angle with South Carolina.
Yeah. With you there. But I'll take South Carolina. See if I end up betting it. Tennessee minus 10 at Louisiana State.
What's LSU got to say in this? I want to hear LSU's take in the chat.
They're horrible, right? Or no? I mean, they're feisty at home, as Trevor would say, but they did lose by 14. Got the cover off for Florida.
Hey, Tennessee off that nice win against Texas A&M. Lock battled me. That was a good luck battle. So
on what game?
Tennessee. You bet Tennessee against Texas A&M.
Hell yeah. Good handshake. Move on. Oh, this feels like maybe a sleepy spot as well, but I hate this LSU team. I think they're frauds. Love you, LSU. I'm sorry. It's not very good. I'll take Tennessee. I'm either going to bet this Missouri-South Carolina game or this game, one of these SEC games.
You call them fraud? I wouldn't necessarily call them frauds. I mean, they're 3-11 in conference.
Trevor thinks they're the best team in the SEC, though. He's always like, they're feisty at home. Like, no, they're not.
That's because Kerms has been on his ass about the feisty at home angle with LSU. I don't know. I'll probably take LSU plus the 10, as I just say that. I just think 10 might be a tad too much for a Tennessee team off of a great win at Texas A&M, and then they got a big matchup there at home against Alabama coming up on Saturday. So I could see them just skating by, winning this by 6 to 8 points. I was trying to look and see. Other than the Saturday game against Texas A&M, March 8th, will be LSU's last home game. Yeah, they only lost by 14 to Florida at home on Saturday. I don't know. Yeah, give me LSU plus the points, but as you can tell, not confident.
Yeah, this one's kind of interesting. I feel like this one's a weird one, but
under that might be. I mean, Dustin Jones in the chat. What about the under? I could definitely see that.
Definitely see that.
136.5. LSU's defense, as Trevor says, they're feisty. Obviously, we know what Tennessee's defense does. Both teams play pretty slow. I mean, LSU likes to run it when they can, but against the Tennessee defense that really likes to slow offenses down and then play slow on the offensive end as well. Yeah, I could see that. I really don't mind that angle, actually. Yeah, what do you think about that?
I don't mind that either. I kind of lean towards the spread a little bit more, but I definitely can see that angle happening. It's just going to be a clamp style game. You don't want to run with them, man. You don't want to run with Tennessee.
Yeah, no. So you would tend to lean towards the Tennessee minus the 10, or you would tend to lean towards the LSU plus the 10?
I'm on Tennessee.
Tennessee.
I think they control it. Like I said, I don't know if I'm betting this game or South Carolina. I'm going to bet one of these games. So.
Yeah. Well, I would see why you would. I mean, obviously, if you're on Tennessee with that big spread, then you wouldn't really want to lay the under. You wouldn't lean more towards the under.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I don't mind it. I still think it can ease. I mean, if I am laying the 10, I contradict you and say like I think it's fine taking the under, because then I'm banking on LSU not scoring enough points. If they score 40-something points, 50-something points, we're in good shape. But I get your angle too, because then like Tennessee could just mollywop them and put up 80 points. But I kind of see this be a grind out game. All right, what's next? Ooh, TCU at West Virginia. West Virginia's laying 6.5. What's line opened up at 7? I see 7's available. That's too many points, right? TCU can cover that. I think it's too many points. I mean, I know it's TCU on the road. They're not the best team on the road. They did win at Arizona State. That's nothing to be too proud about. But they did win at Baylor. It's not the best travel spot for them. I feel like it's too many points.
Yeah, but I mean, they were in Cincy, so they're just going straight from Cincy to West Virginia. So it's not like it's –
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, they're also itching to get home probably too, especially if you're in Texas.
But at least it's better than, coming from home out to West Virginia. That's even a worse travel spot, just because at least you're already out there in Cincy.
Yeah.
Makes it easier at least getting over there.
I'm taking TCU here. I think it's too many points.
Yeah, I'll be on TCU too. I'll trust Jamie Dixon. I like what he's done.
Coach the Pitt too. They hate each other. Coach the Pitt.
Yeah, I like what Jamie Dixon's done with his hodgepodge roster that he's kind of helped patch together with a couple of his pieces being out. I think Ernest Uday is going to be a problem for West Virginia down low. West Virginia doesn't really necessarily have a big down low that I think is going to be able to pose a problem for Uday. I think Uday will probably have a big game here. I could definitely see West Virginia squeaking this or, winning this game, squeaking it out. But, 6.5, that just seems like too many points for me personally.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Especially with, this is also, you can kind of look at that angle of, it's almost like a reverse travel spot when you look at like those teams that are from the West that are out East and now coming back West. Well, kind of similar with West Virginia. They friggin' had to play Texas Tech on the road, and that's way out in Lubbock, Texas. That's West Texas. So now they're coming all the way back playing TCU on 2 days rest, where TCU was just right there in Ohio. But yeah, I'll be on TCU here. I think it'll be a tough, gritty, grinded out type of a game, as the total is imploring.
All right, Louisville's going on the road against Virginia Tech. Looks like I see 10 available. Fame Louisville has not been profitable, man. But this feels like a lot of points too. But they win by 15 on the road at Notre Dame, almost 30 at NC State, almost 30 at Boston College. Like they've been able to just kick the shit out of these teams.
They played before, or is this their first game against? This looks like their first game against Virginia Tech.
Yeah, first game against them, correct. Oh. Man, Virginia Tech, they just got a big win. Not big win. They played Miami, but you score 36 points against Boston College. I'm going to lay it with Louisville here. I just don't think it's the most profitable thing to fade Louisville, but this feels like another weird spot to me too.
Yeah, it definitely does. I know they're off the win against Miami, but shit, that's a win against Miami.
Yeah, if you score 6 against College, come on.
It'd be Louisville minus the 10 for me. If I was gonna bet this, which I probably won't bet this. But looking at everything. Louisville significantly better on offense, significantly better on defense. Virginia Tech kind of average. Like in the 160s in both offense and defense. They don't do anything well. Really the only thing that they do well, I guess, is shoot the three well. So that could maybe keep them in it. But other than that, their defense is pretty horrid.
Yeah, Louisville's defense is good. Home crowd is, I feel like, an angle here, but this home crowd's got to have given up on this team.
I was about to say home crowd to a 12-15 team that's 7-9 in a shitty ACC conference. I don't know.
As Matt Painter says, you should support it. Be a real fan, not people that tweet. He said.
Yeah, and they got 2 more home games after this. They got their win at home once against Syracuse on Saturday that they'll go to, and then they'll go on at home against North Carolina as well. And then they'll go get their ass beat at Clemson.
Fading Louisville is not profitable. So.
No. And another thing I was just looking at was, Louisville loves to attack the paint and score from the inside. and Virginia Tech, they're good at defending the 3, but defending the 2, they're atrocious at. So that's yet another kind of angle that you can look at that kind of proves that Louisville probably is the side to be on. So I'll lay the 10. Don't know if I'll get there with a bet, but the pick would be Louisville minus the 10.
All right, Wyoming at Nevada. Nevada's laying 12.5 against Wyoming. Lay it. I don't know. This feels like a lot of points. I don't like laying it with Nevada, but they can dominate these teams at home. What was the last time they went out and played? Nevada.
They lost to Wyoming by 3. Beginning of the conference.
I'll lay it with Nevada. Definitely not going to bet this, though. I cannot lay that many points with Steve Alford. I don't care how bad Washington or Wyoming is. I'm definitely not putting money on them either. So this is going to be a no for me. But I'll go Nevada.
Same exact thing. This Wyoming team sucks ass. They just lost at home to San Jose State. Nevada minus 12.5 is the side I'll be on, but I can't trust an Alford-led team to lay double digits. They should beat this Wyoming team by 20 plus, and they're gonna probably end up squeaking this out and winning like by 4 in overtime or something.
I'll give you one here. I call this San Jose State team phony as fuck, but you know who's more phony? UNLV, and they've really shit the bed. You only beat Fresno State by 1. I don't care if you are on the road. You're a bad team. Now they're going back to California again. Nevada's right there, but they're going back to California. Saw how they did there. Give me San Jose State here to cover the spread. Both these teams are putrid, though. Miles over Kruger, though. UNLV's defense is a little better, so I'm going against my angle here. But I think San Jose State can limit possessions completely. This game's going to be like 65-60. And I think San Jose State wins outright. Like, I'm not even worried about the plus 2.5.
Yep. UNLV beat them by 6 at home early on in the season. I have not been very impressed with this UNLV team whatsoever. They snuck out a win against Fresno State on the road that they probably should have lost. Besides that, I mean, they've surprisingly they beat Utah State at home. That was a kind of a surprising result, and then they beat San Diego State on the road. Had those two games that were really surprising to get them at 5-2 in conference, but since then they haven't been really living up to the hype that I guess was created with that early start there in the Mountain West. I always, as I've always said and continue to say, I like backing Tim Miles as a dog. It's funny that he's always seems to be a dog. But yeah, it's a San Jose State play, and it's a San Jose State money line. Like you said, I'm not worried about the 2.5 whatsoever. I think this is a good revenge angle spot for them to get revenge on UNLV.
All right, you can take this next game. So I'll be right back, and this is your team.
It's not my team.
Yeah, it is. Just admit it.
It's not my team.
Yeah, the best team in the WAC or West Coast Conference.
You skipped New Mexico, San Diego State, but
no, okay. I'm saving it for the last, and that's how the banners go. So I don't give a fuck what that nerd Ken Palm has in order.
All right. Well, Gonzaga is fresh off of the home loss to St. Mary's. Now they go on the road, finish up with at Santa Clara and at San Francisco. Last time out, it was a banger of a game against Santa Clara there at home for Gonzaga. I think they ended up winning by 4. It was like 103-99. Santa Clara, on the other hand, they just got that straight off that ass kicking of Washington State by 30. I think we were all three on that. They've kind of been they've rolled the last two games since dropping again to your best team in the WCC, St. Mary's, clearly best team in the WCC. They've proved it. I think this is too many points, but I tend to maybe look at the over instead.
Don't mind that.
I'd be tempted to bet the over. You've seen kind of Gonzaga doesn't necessarily play a lot of defense. Neither does Santa Clara. Both teams like to play with some pace, like to put up points. So I don't mind the over, or I don't mind just taking the points with Santa Clara plus the 6.5. This is their last game, so this will be senior night. Looks like they've got a pretty big crew of seniors as well. So senior night against the Gonzaga team. That's definitely a big get-up spot for a Santa Clara team. I think that they can keep this within the 6.5. What do you think, Huff?
Yeah, my initial thoughts, it's Gonzaga off a loss, but I have not been too impressed with this Gonzaga team, and I think Santa Clara at home is kind of their kryptonite, to say the least. They've struggled against Santa Clara, regardless of it being at home or away. Definitely their kryptonite. So I'm thinking, is there a revenge angle possibility? But I don't think so. I think we see Santa Clara hanging tough. Gonzaga pulls away with the refs. They win by 2, 3. I'll take Santa Clara at home. I like the way they match up with Gonzaga, and I think that they can match the pace and actually play some good defense against Gonzaga's offense as well too.
Yeah, and I think Mike in the chat said without their star, I think they fall after that bump game against Washington State. I think Adama Alpha-Ball will be back. I know it was an illness that has caused him to miss the last 2 games, I believe. So I mean that's a good point with him possibly being out, but he's missed the last 2. It was an illness, so I wouldn't think that he would miss this game unless it's some sort of significant kind of illness that would cause long-term games. But that Thursday to Saturday turnaround, missing those 2 games in a 3-game span. Kind of, consistent with a flu bug or something like that. So I think that they will. I think that he'll play against Gonzaga, especially senior night for him. I don't see him not playing senior night against Gonzaga. So yeah, I'll be on Santa Clara plus the 6.5.
Do it. It is scary how much Santa Clara's had their number, but maybe it's not because they have their numbers. So let's go for it. All right, this one's a fun one. Closing the night. New Mexico is going to San Diego State, and San Diego State's laying 2.5. New Mexico just lost to Boise on the road. They really haven't lost many games at all. San Diego State just lost to Utah State in Logan.
This San Diego State team sucks. They don't suck, but they're just not. They suck comparative to the normal San Diego State team that we're so used to watching and so accustomed to getting.
I know that's what I just I feel like the line. It's San Diego State, but I don't know if I can bet them. I kind of want to bet New Mexico. They're still good on the road. I know they lost to Boise State, but San Diego State, they lost at home against UNLV and Utah State, so they're familiar with losing at home. They haven't done it in a while. Now they got New Mexico, best team in the conference. The thing is, though, the thing about New Mexico is they do have Air Force, Nevada, and UNLV left. Those should be comfortable wins for them, I would hope. I know Nevada's on the road, so that's a little scary for them. So I think they need to get a road win. They've done it before against good teams. I think I want to take New Mexico here. I'll take this points too.
I'll battle you.
All right, let's do it.
This is let's see, San Diego State minus the 2. I just think it's a tough spot for New Mexico, especially after that loss against Boise State. Now they stay on the road. I know it's been damn near almost a week, so they obviously went home before they returned back out to San Diego State. But earlier on in the season, you saw, they beat San Diego State by 14. I think that San Diego State's going to really be remembering that, and they're going to come out hot. I think the other thing I was looking at too, I was looking through the Mountain West Conference. So right now they've got a 1-game lead on Utah State. They swept the Utah State season series. New Mexico is what I'm speaking of. So they can drop another game and still be first there in the Mountain West. I think personally this is the last game that they drop. And then they beat Air Force, beat Nevada, and beat UNLV to finish up the season and probably take the Mountain West Conference title. So I will be on San Diego State here. We will battle this. I just think it's a tough spot for them. This 2-game stretch feels like it's, especially after that home game against Utah State, they got this 2-game stretch against 2 of the other top-tier teams in the Mountain West. I think it's more of a scheduled losses here, and they return home. That Nevada game, it could be a little tricky, but I think they won their last 3.
Look at this. LSU, shout out. I may have to Benedict myself and take LSU, although I'm not for Benedicting myself normally. I take 1 pick from each of y'all every show, 19-5 on 3-team parlays with y'all, bro.
Hell yeah! I wonder how he decides.
Hey, that's impressive that you can decide and pick and choose that and get that as well too. I mean, I know for myself, that's why I started hucking more games like it's playing beer die damn near. But yeah, that's awesome.
And yeah, Joe, I'm right there with you. Santa Clara plus the 6.5 in the over. Definitely, those are my 2 angles. I might end up playing both of them.
Let's go, Dustin Jones. I'm with you. Tennessee. I'm just finally looking at some of these chats now that I got the studio. So, Sammy Stew, longtime listener. Let's go. Mississippi State. Ken Hatt. Yep. What up? Yeah, some of these games. I'm assuming that was the Western Illinois game. We'll see. Looks like it was, based on the time frame. You guys are awesome. We literally appreciate all you guys.
Let's look and see. I was going to look and see conference tournaments. I know A-Sun will be starting tonight or next Monday, right?
You don't have to tell me. That bracket will be produced March 1st. They go Sunday, man.
They start Sunday?
Yep. March the 4th. A-Sun starts, but one of them starts March the 1st.
March 2nd is
March 2nd. Sorry, I'm looking at my Excel sheet. I got to do it by March 1st, essentially.
You're good. March 1st is a big day because it's Helms' birthday, so we gotta remember that.
Okay, Helms, let's go. Yeah, let's go.
So what I'm thinking, you guys will have to. I guess I'd be interested to see what people will think in the chat. But what we're maybe thinking is, depending on when the conference tournaments start, maybe the day before, or depending on that Sunday on the start of the game, the start time of the game, like doing a little conference tournament preview for each of the conferences. I think it'd be doable. I'd be down to do it. I don't know if anybody else would want to maybe, would be open to listening to that type of stuff, like conference tournament previews. Obviously, we'll talk about the games each day that come up, but maybe just some tournament futures, picking like one team on each side to see if we can kind of get it to the point where you can create a good hedge for you there at the end, towards the end of the conference tournament. I don't know. What do you think of?
You can use my brackets. Great. Chat real quick before you guys go. If you want it on my brackets on the picks page itself, let me know in the chat. If not, I'll just release them on Twitter and do my brackets. If I unfortunately I'm traveling next week, so I will miss 3 shows, just as a heads up for next week. That Wednesday through Friday slot for next week, unfortunately. But I will. You guys can use my brackets for those because there'll be a ton of previews there, and like I said, I'll have like where to watch, start time. I'll even order them and based on if they're playing today. So like I'll have them highlighted in green, kind of like I do with my bets and no bets. I'll have the games that are going today, brackets that are going today, in green. If they're off, they'll be in like gray, or they haven't started yet, they'll be in gray. Red for if they're off but currently going. So yeah, it's just something for me to do extra. I am going to be busy next week, so hopefully I will keep up with it. But
yeah, I can also help. Obviously, since we'll be there, once you get the bracket created, I can help keeping transferring over teams.
What 30?
All that stuff.
It's 34 brackets, right? There's like 32 or 34 conferences, right?
Yeah, something like that, I believe.
Because then there's 36 at-large bids for the 38. I think it's 32, then 36 at-large bids. So yeah, and then they'll expand it and make it 70-something. Now the Hoosiers will definitely be in, and they're all the first 4, next 4 out. They better get like UC San Diego and those fuckers in, and like Bradley, if they expand it to 70. They better do it right. They won't, though, because it's the NCAA.
Yeah,
all right.
I was just looking. I think, let's see. A-Sun's on Sunday.
I got it. A-Sun's on Sunday. Then we got like Horizon. What?
There's a couple that start on Tuesday.
Yeah, I got it right here. Patriot League starts on Tuesday. Horizon League starts on Tuesday. Ohio Valley on Wednesday. Summit League on Wednesday. Sunbelt on Tuesday. West Coast Conference and their bullshit bracket on Thursday. The Southern on Friday. We got a lot on Saturday, Sunday of that week. The Colonial Athletic starts that Friday, which I'll be there. Big South goes Wednesday. So tons of stuff next week for you guys on that. And yeah, you guys can use my brackets there. So that'll be fantastic.
Yeah. It looks like there's only one on Sundays, the A-Sun. I'll check start times and stuff like that. Maybe we can run through a little A-Sun preview sometime Sunday. And then either probably Sunday night or Monday. Probably Sunday night, go through like the Tuesday brackets. The Tuesday.
We'll probably just do that Monday night then, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, we can do that. Monday and Tuesday to Wednesday.
Yeah. I agree. They don't need to expand, but if they do, they better get them in. They better get fucking UC San Diego in. They better get all those teams in. It's ridiculous. All right, let's get out of here. Good show. Appreciate all you guys in the chat. Drop your favorite play, what you think these last couple minutes. Elliot, what's your favorite play?
Favorite play? It might be a little gross, but I think Illinois is probably my favorite play. I think they put it all. I think they put it all over Iowa there.
-9.5.
Yeah, Danny Dumbshit, he's on Troy. It's his favorite play. Little Troy money line. They're on the road. That's a nice little road warrior.
You know what? I was just thinking Troy. I promise I'm not just copying you, Danny, but I do like copying you. So I will go with Troy on the money line as well. That's going to get you like plus 320. Hell yeah. But yeah, Elliot, we'll figure out times. We won't need to do them like at night. We can do them in the middle of the day or something too, like a surprise stuff. And they're still out there, but yeah, we'll probably stagger it up. Maybe do Sunday preview and for Monday, and then Monday for Tuesday with all the brackets. I will be around for that. I will be around Tuesday night as well too. So we can go through maybe the Wednesday, Thursday. So excited to release those brackets. It's nothing special. They're just on Excel sheets, something for me to do. So appreciate you guys. Lock in your plays. Keep responsible. It was a good day for Elliot and I believe. So fire night. We'll see
6
if
and 6 spending KU. So we'll see.
Shit. Yeah. I'm okay. I'm at 9 and. I'll probably be 9 and 6 if Kansas doesn't cover this, but I hope they do with the foul game. Other than that, we appreciate all you guys. Yeah. You say the famous word.
Toodles.
Oh, and Helms, we will have a live selection show watch party as well too. We probably will have a ton of people there chopping it up. So we will have a little selection Sunday watch party as well too, whatever that day is. March the 15th, I think, or 16th, 17th.
Something like that.
Yep. I can't wait. We'll have brackets. It's the best time of the year, everyone. We appreciate you guys. Lock in. Take it easy. Toodles. And yeah, like and subscribe. I forgot to close the show down, so it's my first time doing this back here. Did decent on the banners. I'll get better. Appreciate you guys. This was surprising you here. I will officially end the stream and classic Trevor style. Toodles.